Master Mentors Volume 2 Inches 30 Transformative Insights from Our Greatest Minds by Scott Jeffrey Miller. Master Mentors Volume 2 Inches 30 Transformative Insights from Our Greatest Minds by Scott Jeffrey Miller. Stories of great success differ in 1,000 ways, yet they all share a few critical elements. Successful people, whether they're leaders in business or academia, public servants or spiritual advisors, succeed in vastly different ways by applying their unique talents, passions, and creativity. Yet they share core qualities and practices, including an unyielding dedication to hard but efficient work. The most impactful mentors are often at arm's length. An author whose book we absorb, a podcaster whose episodes we devour, a radio host, a keynote speaker, a historical figure, or someone in the public eye. The stories of master mentors demonstrate how each individual amassed eye-watering accomplishments, but never at the expense of others. And all have chosen to give back. Without exception, these top achievers share a mindset of appreciation and gratitude, along with an abundance mentality. This mindset is famously outlined by business guru Stephen R. Covey in The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. An abundance mentality includes generosity, fearlessness about sharing ideas, and a willingness to be vulnerable in order to allow others to learn from your own mistakes and failures. Take time to learn your core values. Stay true to them. In May 2020, Zafar Masood was aboard a flight from Lahore to Karachi, Pakistan. The Airbus A320 was descending when its landing gear failed to deploy. The plane crashed and came apart, killing all on board except Masood and one other passenger. After a long recovery, Masood returned to his position as CEO of the Bank of Punjab, a changed man. Until you know what's most important to you, you can't possibly know what to do next. Not authentically, at least. The experience caused Masood to reevaluate what mattered most in his life. At work, he embraced a new philosophy of leadership he calls management by empathy. He began to listen more and speak less. He learned about his employees' lives and aspirations. Crucially, he began to care about others and look for ways to serve them. Until you know what's most important to you, you can't possibly know what to do next, not authentically, at least, and you have no compass with which to make important decisions. Don't wait for a near-death experience to learn what matters most to you. Find your authentic values and let them guide you. Develop deep self-awareness and a strong belief in yourself. About 90% of people think they've achieved self-awareness. They might even boast about it. In fact, says organizational psychologist Tasha Eurich, fewer than 15% have developed real self-awareness. Self-awareness requires a willingness to see yourself clearly, both internally, in knowing who you are and what you want, and externally, by gaining a true sense of how others perceive you. To gain external self-awareness, interview between 4 and 7 of the people closest to you, including members of your family, friends, neighbors, and coworkers. Ask them what they like most and least about you, what they see as your strengths and weaknesses, and what behaviors you exhibit that enhance or detract from your credibility. Give them your questions in advance, so they can think about their responses, and schedule 30 minutes to talk. Remain open and objective, even when their input stings. Don't get defensive. Take notes, and ask them to clarify their responses if necessary. Use this exercise to discover your blind spots, so you can address them. Leadership is communicating people's worth and potential so clearly that they are inspired to see it in themselves. Leadership legend Stephen R. Covey. Once you've developed your self-awareness, consider the advice of Sean Covey, son of Stephen Covey and a best-selling author in his own right. He explains the differences between self-worth, self-esteem, and self-confidence. Everyone, from the least accomplished to the richest and most famous, possesses equal self-worth. It's a human birthright and can never be diminished. People's self-esteem and self-confidence vary, however. You build or deplete your self-esteem depending on how you see yourself. Through self-forgiveness, following through on your commitments, and continuous improvement, you build self-esteem. Self-confidence reflects the faith you place in your abilities. You have self-worth just for being you, but you must build self-esteem and confidence. Maintain sky-high standards, don't take shortcuts, and persevere. Don't seek hacks or shortcuts to your big goals. To build something great, whether a book, a brand, or a business, expect to invest thousands of hours, making slow, consistent progress through gains and setbacks. Tiffany Aliche spent 9 years publishing blog posts and hundreds of editions of her newsletter to establish herself as one of the world's most influential personal finance gurus. Marketing expert Seth Godin still writes a blog post every day without fail, despite attracting six-figure speaking fees and having reached the pinnacle of thought leadership. Like Aliche and Godin, establish and maintain stratospheric standards that set you apart from the rest. Colin Cowie, for example, has built so exalted a reputation in the events business. He's now known as the globe's go-to designer of experiences for the world's business and entertainment royalty, the 0.001%. Yet his obsessive devotion to service and detail doesn't permit a moment's rest, let alone arrogance. Every day, Cowie dreams up new ways to delight his customers and keep his firm front of mind. Given the volume and aggressiveness of the competition, Cowie knows he has to re-earn his clients' business anew, every time, no matter how spectacular his past performance. There is differentiating value in continuing to work on a worthy problem and persistently figure things out, even when others are ready to throw in the towel, give up, or walk away. Going above and beyond, as Aliche, Godin, and Cowie have, demands more than a can-do mindset. You also need a will-do-it no matter what mentality. Marie Forleo, the author of Everything is Figureoutable, argues that when you marshal your full problem-solving creativity, energy, and focus and apply them to things important to you, you'll find the strength and determination to persevere. Whether that means driving 10 hours to make a key meeting on time after your flight was canceled, or spending all night at a copy center because materials got lost in the mail, you just do it. Demonstrate professionalism, consistency, and perspective in everything you do. Professionalism means managing your emotions, gauging a situation, selecting the appropriate response, and then marshaling the necessary calm, patience, and restraint. It also means presenting yourself as a professional. In virtual meetings, avoid causing misunderstandings or damaging your reputation by maintaining a consistent, professional demeanor. Attach a high-resolution camera to your computer, dress up your background, and use a ring light. Prepare ahead to avoid fumbling your login, don't show up late, and don't allow yourself to get distracted by emails and texts during a meeting. As I reflect on a 30-year professional career, of all the learnable skills I correlate the highest with those of influence, the top is self-regulation. Be aware of and intentional in your communication style. You can build your reputation and credibility by asking more questions and making fewer statements. Listen more than you talk, and stay open to alternative ideas, including ones that oppose your own. Communication expert Julian Treasure recommends matching your verbal style to those around you. That is, don't assault quiet, thoughtful people with a fast-talking, bombastic style, but do keep pace with a group of exuberant fast talkers as best you can. Try to see things from your customers' perspectives, and strive to speak their language. That might mean using the lingo of finance or marketing, for example, or it might mean demonstrating specific knowledge of the customer's business. Books by Alex Osterwalder Strategizer offer a valuable education in business concepts and practices. Business model generation is an indispensable resource for learning the ins and outs of business models. No matter your role, you need to know your business. Understand its mission, strategy, customers, competitive advantage, key challenges, value added, and revenue streams. Align your own activities, behavior, and decisions with those of your business. Use neuroscience-based techniques to develop positive habits. Small micro-habits have the potential to create sustainable and consequential impact in our lives. Next, inventory your abilities that will help you reach your goals. Design the routines you'll follow to form your habits. Make them as easy and simple as possible. Then choose prompts, such as an alarm or simply keeping your workout clothes within easy grasp to remind you to work out. When you combine a prompt with motivation and the ability to take an action, you can create change in practically any area of your life. Keep repeating the action, and over time, you'll establish a habit. Stay humble and grateful. After ultra-marathoner Taria Pitt was burned horribly in a wildfire, She persevered through a long, painful recovery. Used to being independent and self-reliant, she was forced to accept help from a bevy of strangers, friends and loved ones. She learned humility and how to ask for and accept help. Don't confuse seeking and accepting help with weakness. Going it alone when experienced managers and colleagues are available to coach or mentor you only demonstrates arrogance and foolishness. In any case, people never fully own whatever success they've achieved. The conditions of your birth, the color of your skin, your gender, mentors and sponsors, and all the other people who've helped you along the way share a part in your success, too. You couldn't have achieved it without them. If you're a white male, think about all the advantages you've enjoyed compared, for example, to a black American. These include not having to fear for your life during incidents as basic as being pulled over by a police officer for a minor traffic violation. Your singular journey is unique and precious to you, as is the journey of others you may not know. Don't take yourself too seriously. Be humble enough to learn others' perspectives, listen to and appreciate their journeys, and share your own. Lena Rinne, a veteran Franklin Covey consultant, emphasizes generosity and empathy, not to be confused with sympathy, as critical leadership competencies. Embracing them takes courage, but you'll build trust and strengthen your relationships. Work hard and productively. All master mentors have worked exceptionally hard for their achievements. They start earlier, finish later, manage their time assiduously, maintain focus and outwork everyone else. More than any other attribute of highly successful people, this all in dedication to doing honest work and not taking shortcuts separates super achievers from everyone else. Call me old-fashioned, but no amount of education, connections, money, charm, intellect or charisma can replace the reputation and results that come from simply doing the work. Don't confuse hard work with busyness, though. Corey Kogan, a senior leader at Franklin Covey, is an expert in time management and productivity. She points out that in the past, overt displays of abundant leisure time suggested higher status, while today, people too often believe a packed schedule conveys status and worth. Kogan's advice: aim for productivity and not the mere appearance of activity. Plan ahead. Do your work incrementally, and avoid leaving tasks to the last minute. Rushing around to accomplish tasks might feel exciting, but it causes undue stress and harms your output. Rather than reward busyness, assess yourself and others on what you get done and the quality of your work. Practice and promote honesty and psychological safety. When leaders own their messes, they allow and empower others to own theirs as well. By admitting and discussing their mistakes, leaders demonstrate vulnerability and make it safe for their people to do the same. They create an environment that allows honest conversation about challenges, fears and opportunities, and enables continuous improvement. Takeaways. Stories of great success differ in 1,000 ways, yet they all share a few critical elements. Take time to learn your core values. Stay true to them. Develop deep self-awareness and a strong belief in yourself. Maintain sky-high standards, don't take shortcuts and persevere. Demonstrate professionalism, consistency and perspective in everything you do. Use neuroscience-based techniques to develop positive habits. Stay humble and grateful. Work hard and productively. Practice and promote honesty and psychological safety. Please like, share and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.